Good evening, everybody. The University of Louisville has called a joint board meeting for tomorrow afternoon to discuss pending litigation and personnel matters.
Sources tell WDRB the personnel matter will involve Chris Mack. Tom Lane and Eric Crawford join us now with what we know.
Yeah, and also tonight, Chris Mack's coaches show has been canceled, for what that's worth. And Eric, we were talking earlier today about the struggles the team is having, the upset fan base. Could mean a change of coaches maybe at the end of the year. That timeline seemed to have jumped up.
Yes, it did, very much so. It's very unusual in my mind, especially, of course, at the University of Louisville, where they've had two coaches basically for a half century with Rick Pitino and Denny Crum. This is highly unusual, but we're hearing that there are some talks in place over Chris Mack's future. I would imagine because of the timing of this, we're talking about some kind of negotiated type of thing and not just a straight move to fire the men's basketball coach. That would be hard for me to believe, but at this point, we don't know.
Yeah, he's in the fourth year of a 7-year contract. Cards currently 11-9, 5-5 in the ACC. After that loss last night against Virginia, that is their worst start since Denny Crum's last year, 21 years ago. The fan base has obviously been upset. There's been talk of a disconnection between players and coaches. Surprised that it would come to this quickly, Eric?
Well, no, not surprised that it would come to this. Surprised at any time something like this happens during the season. But if you look at the college basketball attendance, and if you look at Louisville's attendance, this is historically low. These are very low numbers in the KFC Yum Center. And even though all those tickets are already sold and it's not a question of revenue lost, you still don't want to lose your fan base. And it appears if you just listen to radio, look at social media, go to the games. After that double-digit loss to Notre Dame this past Saturday, they were booed on their home court. There's just a high level of dissatisfaction right now, and Mack takes that in, the players take that in, and it's tough to move forward with that.
Chris Mack was suspended earlier this year for several games. To start the year, Mike Pegues was the guy in charge at that point. Cards played really some of their best games early in the year under Pegues. If this were to happen tomorrow or very soon, would Pegues be the logical choice to be the interim guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think the fact that he stepped in before, and you're talking about 10 games to finish the season, in a season that there's not a whole lot of hope in right now, so you're not losing anything in that. I just think that you're right, that suspension was a big deal. There was some writing on the wall after that suspension, but gosh, we've had a whole new change. We've got an interim athletic director now, interim president.
Yeah.
The whole cast has changed, and maybe another big change coming.
Maybe another interim on the way. We will continue to follow it. Again, that meeting tomorrow, 4 p.m. Between the Board of Trustees and the U of L Athletic Association Board. We will follow that here on WDRB and WDRB.com.